Okay, this might get me killed, but we'll see. Yeah, you're so screwed now. Ha! Oh, that's so goofy, dude. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Briar mid into a Singed. Unfortunately, I think that this matchup's actually way harder than even playing versus Control Mages as Briar, just because Singed is a pretty good character for the type of playstyle of just like staying the heck away from us all the time. I'm just gonna use my E here to hit him, but Briar is a auto attack champion and she has crazy healing in her kit. And with the new OMNIVAMP boots, I, of course, being a mid laner, get the tier 3 boots. In the new OMNIVAMP boots at tier 3 have really nice bonus effects that other lanes, or even jungle, you know, can't get. So, we're going to be able to get things like the increased 15% healing when we are below half. I know that this will, like, cause me to chase him, but it's pretty chill. I just wanted to, like, try to get a couple of the minions with my W, but it's fine. With Briar, when you use your Berserk, you're gonna start, going towards an enemy champion immediately, but the thing is that if you ever use your Q, usually you wait until level 3 before you can do too much in this lane. Your Q is just a point-and-click stun auto attack, and when you use it onto somebody and you stun them, it also shreds a little bit of armor and magic resist. Briar has no health regen in her kit. So, because she has no health regen, she has a bleed passive where auto attacks and abilities both put a stacking bleed onto them, and you get healing from that. We're just gonna damage this guy a little bit. He doesn't have enough for his... He doesn't have enough mana for his fling there, so that's why I just went super aggressive. As you can see, I am down some farm, but overall it's kind of chill. I'm just gonna get this minion a little bit low and then use my W onto it. Wow, he's staying because I froze? Really? I could probably kill him here then. I'm just going to wait for my next W. What your W is that you'll dash forward and Berserk, and you get bonus attack speed and movement speed, and then your second cast is that you deal % missing, and you heal for a substantial amount of that damage, which gives you, of course, like, really nice sustain. So the goal is when people get low to bite them. Hopefully, the lower the better. My E-Scream is damage reduction, healing, and it, if you charge it fully, then it will scream people away. Otherwise, you can just tap it as well. Just think of it as like a way to stop burst or sustain yourself a little bit. It has a really long cooldown, and it stops your Berserk. If you ever use your Q onto minions while Berserking, she no longer targets enemy champions anymore, and she will just target the closest proximity instead. So, a lot of the time, you can use your Q on the minion wave to just push out and also get healing because you can actually use your W to like sustain yourself. Besides that, you also have a cleave with your W, so when you do use it, it causes your auto attacks to have like AoE around it, which is pretty nice. As you can see, we're back to like full HP. I don't know if this guy is actually gonna stick around or not, but I don't have my E here, so if I jump on him, he'll fling me underneath the turret, and I can't even stop it. So the most important thing is we pay attention to our ECD. And what we're going to be doing is that we have crazy lifesteal because we have Legend Bloodline, which is usually not taken on Briar, because I'm going to be going for, besides Titanic Hydra, is going to be my first item. I'm going to go a pretty healing-oriented build. And, of course, abusing the boots, because we have the bonus effect that gives the increased healing. But Briar already has a different passive, which is we have increased healing, health regen, and all of that whenever we are lower HP. So it goes up to 43%. I don't know what the maximum is for, like, the percentage to get that value. But, yeah, we kind of have increased healing as we get lower, and because the boots also does that, just imagine how crazy it is when you get other stuff like Sundered Sky, because Sundered Sky, for instance, gives you healing based off of percent missing. If I jump over that wall, it's just not going to end up that good for us. But Sundered Sky, like, gives you a lot of healing and stuff too, right? So just screened him into the wall. I mean, seems to be okay. I could maybe jump in, but, I mean, only if this person wants to jump on me, I guess. Singed probably wants to flash fling, but I still have my potion, and increased healing means, like, all of my healing. Oh my gosh, dude, I would hit the worst possible person. I'm just gonna scream here away, because I think that I can probably hop over this wall. I still think we can maybe fight this, though, because I am a character that usually is pretty decent for this type of stuff. It just depends on if I also can maybe just go back mid versus Singe, though, because he was kind of low. Kind of a strange early game, but overall, I mean, it's fine. We are still getting these minions. We're able to get a pretty good purchase here. The reason for going Titanic Hydra is because, firstly, it gives really good stats for Briar besides not giving us CDR. One thing about going the build that I'm going is that I have no CDR. We have a lot of health-related stuff, but, yeah, not having capabilities of being able to use our abilities frequently does feel bad, but our 3-core is going to be absolutely crazy. Your passive that has the increased healing effect does have an HP ratio, so going HP and AD items, which is usually pretty standard on her, is very good. But your Titanic Hydra is an auto attack reset, and your Q kind of acts as an auto attack reset, because you can W somebody, auto attack once Q, and then Briar like channels an auto attack immediately, so you can get auto attacks off very quickly. And then your W kind of acts as an empowered auto attack too when you do the second part. So if you combine that with the Titanic Hydra, you can like W towards somebody, auto attack, Q auto attack, Titanic Hydra auto attack, and then use W auto attack. And you did so many auto attack resets so quickly that all of this energy gives you crazy high burst. Which feels very, very good, of course. So that's why it's really efficient and one of the best things that you can ever get. We will never, ever chase him underneath his turret. We're literally playing Briar, and we're not gonna, like, accidentally get ourselves killed. This Twisted Fate is a support Twisted Fate, to be clear, also. If you're confused about why he keeps coming mid, he is support. We can damage him a little bit. I'm gonna bite really early on, though, because I know that it's probably gonna be kind of difficult to get on top of him or stay on top of him. I could maybe kill him here. I should be okay. So I used my Scream in the end to try to keep myself alive. Because remember that you get increased healing the lower you are, and this does also heal me. Yeah, there's no way, dude, to escape that, is there? I think that I could have maybe used my E sooner, but I didn't really use it correctly. We do have a little bit of OMNIVAMP on this now. It looks like they did change it a little bit, so it's no longer 1%. Did they change anything else about these boots? I didn't realize that we're playing on a new patch. Nah, this is all the same. So it used to be 6 stacks and 1% each. It still goes up to 6%, but now it takes 10 kills. But that's fine. I mean, we have it early on, and we already have 1 kill. It's not bad. Another annoying part about Singed is that, of course, like, his type of kit really counters people who have dashes because his goop that he puts on the ground is something that grounds you, so you're not allowed to use dashes, which is frustrating. But he also, with his ultimate, when he uses it, his poison gets anti-heal, which then means that he doesn't even need to build it, necessarily, to, like, counter me. We're just gonna chunk him a little bit. As you can see, it's like super, super easy to just jump on people. and just deal some big damage, and then you can sustain yourself on the next lane, or the next wave, or whenever. I guess it's not even a next wave, it's just like this wave here. But what's going to be so nice is that when you start getting people chunked like that, that's when your damage goes up. Because, of course, percent missing is the biggest part of Briar's W. So as they start getting lower, that's when you're going to start hitting way harder. We see that they went topside to kill my teammates here. Dude, I tried to predict the... Man... Dude, I can't move that entire time, and I didn't realize that Siobhan wouldn't be able to DPS whatsoever. That sucks. I mean, it was like an okay attempt. I was trying to get my W off at the last second, and I did, honestly. It did kind of work out where my W bite did go off. The Singed Scoop prevented my stun of my Q, but overall, it's like okay. They have a kind of like low-range team comp, and as I mentioned earlier, the 3-core is going to be crazy, because once we have this completed, we'll look to see if we need to go Black Cleaver. I'm hoping not needing it for the early game, because I don't want to build something that's more armor-related. I'd rather go the Sundered Sky for the healing. And then after that, we want to go Endless Hunger, because Endless Hunger gives us tenacity, firstly, so that's going to like help out with a lot of the crowd control that they have, because they do have a lot of CC, and that's just something that I want to deal with. But it also gives us OMNIVAMP, and it also gives CDR based off of your amount of AD that you have, so like early game it's pretty bad, but then it gets way stronger later on, right? So as our third item, we're going to finally be able to cast way more frequently, and if people ever die, it has another effect of giving us bonus OMNIVAMP for 8 seconds when I get a takedown after damaging somebody. I don't know if there's a way for me to have a easy time harassing this guy without probably just like freezing it. I feel like this is the best thing I can do. I just, like, hold the wave over here, and if he steps up, then maybe it's okay. Although, he might just have Mbessa gank, I guess. 2. I was able to get all of the minions, just using my Q as the auto attack reset and biting it as well. We see that Mbessa's mid. The biggest risk of usually playing Briar is that if I go in and I do get ganked, I'm like instantly dead. The chances of me being able to 1v2 versus those guys is very challenging, just because I don't have like crazy healing right now. He does have his Liandry's, so the amount of damage that he's going to be dishing out also is like way better. I could use my ultimate, which is one that will cause a infinite berserk, and also you get armor and magic resist, and you get lifesteal and additional movement speed, so it's just a stronger berserk in general, but just damaging him a little bit. I mean, that's all I can really do. And then he just used his ultimate here, so now he doesn't have it anymore. I'll just like sustain myself from these minions. Might be able to kill him. He should just die. You see how fast I am? It makes it just impossible to play. What? I use my Berserk, and if you don't know, if you don't see them, it still goes off. How your Berserk mechanic works is that when you activate it, it will cause you to try to find anybody within this circle to Berserk on, and if there's nobody, it actually could be used as a dash over walls occasionally, to run away from people. But I thought that it was going to Berserk onto Mbessa because I had my teammates coming, and I was hoping to honestly try to continue fighting because we do have Conqueror stacked, and I know that with my sustain, I might be able to honestly beat Ambessa. I'm just going to try to take this plate real fast. I don't know where this Singe went. Okay, there he is. We do get 2 plates here, which is very nice. I can start rotating bot to see if maybe I can help out with this, because it looks like they're really overextending. Yeah, they're going so deep for this, but I'm going to go behind them. There is the Ambessa too, but I just wanted to see if maybe I could get the people that aren't probably going to be dying, because it clearly was, oh. I can, stick around, I guess. Because I don't know how easy they can kill him. Okay, cool. I still got an assist, because I probably, would have been sad if I didn't get anything there. But nice, the team kind of popped off. We got a bunch of kills, they didn't get any kills, and before that, I think that the game was 6-9. So that definitely works out for us. I hit him with my ultimate, so I should be able to catch him here. Wow, you flashed away? There's no way you ever survive. I'm surprised that he would flash there. But nice hit. We have the OMNIVAMP going up even higher. Of course, we have the Legend Bloodline that's also slowly giving us more lifesteal. You could already see that our sustain is getting crazy high. Dude, what on earth is this tower, dude? Wow, I deal so much damage to this because we have 3 grubs. It is so convenient that we can. Ambessa shouldn't be able to beat us very easily in a 1v1 if she ever wants to try to fight us, because she's pure assassin, and pure assassin Ambessa definitely does not have the best time of fighting somebody who can probably sustain themselves completely fine versus her, unless they have, like, multiple members doing it. Ooh, Singe is there too? Okay, but he's fine. He didn't get caught. That could have been so bad. We'll just be going side lane now. I don't know if maybe Ambessa will continue trying to do stuff, but... we just did the trade there that I was talking about. I'm not going to overchase because we know Ambessa's over there, and if I walk into her, it would be pretty bad. So we got good poke onto him. He's low. There's a chance that Ambessa still tries to gank here because, I mean... Why wouldn't she? But I can see if I just land my ultimate and we just try to fight anyways. He's just dead. So yeah, it's becoming very easy to fight him. I kind of take it back that this matchup is going to be difficult. This matchup's like super easy, I guess. Especially if you're inside of a long lane and you ever land your R, there's no way for most champions to run away from you. You just instantly can kill them, which is very nice. If Ambessa wants to go for me, she can try. I was hoping that she would show herself here and I would jump on her and deal some damage, but she's not even showing herself. If I use W here and she's sitting in that brush, it would actually reveal her, so people can't, like, brush camp you if you ever use W. It's kind of a neat little thing. There's a TP behind my teammates. It looks like that's probably going to be the Ornn who's doing it. Honestly, this fight seems kind of jank. Not gonna lie. I feel like this fight's bad. Because I also have, like, a ridiculous amount of cash. And I just feel that with Kale not TPing in and stuff, it's kind of awkward. But now that I see that this fight's going on, then I can maybe try to help out. I'm just gonna use my W early on here. I know that this is still a little bit awkward, but... Just screaming to heal myself. That also screamed him into the wall, which is pretty good. I'm gonna wait for my ultimate to be up, so now that I use it, we hit somebody that's important, and then we just kill that guy. And they got really screwed over by this fight. You are walking into... Dude, you are just walking into it. What are you doing? Please stop. Oh my gosh, if she just like straight up died because she was just running through the Singed Poison, that would have been a pretty ridiculous death, but I mean, I guess maybe I was overestimating how quickly she would die. It just kind of looked like she wasn't paying attention to it for a moment. So yeah, nice. We were able to do that pretty successfully. I guess Singe does get bonus armor when he does use his stuff, but I'm still going to go Sundered Sky. Let's just go this first. We'll go Unending next, and that will give us that crazy sustain that I was talking about. We'll have 20 ability haste and the tenacity. Our Omnivamp is at 11, with lifesteal being at 6, plus also my ultimate is going to be giving more armor and magic resist now if I ever land it, and it gives more lifesteal as well on the next versions of the ultimate. So the rank 2 gives me 15%, so I can have a lot of healing already. And this already is 71% increased healing while low. This is gonna, like, take forever to kill this guy, but it might be possible eventually. I'm gonna scream him. Aw, dang, against the wall I was hoping. It looks like he has to commit to just try to kill my teammate because otherwise he just can't run. Nice. So, free kill there. I could use my ultimate. I guess we'll just use it here. If it lands, then I'm down to fight. Because I am a character that really does not die quickly. But I might die there. Dang it, dude. Her burst is so high. That's ridiculous. He gooped me, so I can't use my W or my Q or flash. When you're grounded, you can't use any form of movement whatsoever. Because I had Sundered Sky up, and I was hoping to just hit Ambessa because my W and Q were up, and it probably would have literally easily sustained me enough to survive, but I mean, that's okay. We can't really prevent the outcome of that because that's just the way it goes sometimes. Still think it was worth it overall, right? I mean, I guess that Singe also killed Shyvana and she was worth 1k. Maybe it wasn't. Because I did hit Smolder and it seemed like a pretty good fight. Maybe we should have backed off and not continued chasing is the biggest thing. But, oh well. 2 dragons are done. Of course, we want to be doing neutrals and stuff. We have this finally maxed, so we have 10% Omnivamp. So now we have 20% total with Omnivamp and Lifesteal. And that's only when I am not low. Otherwise, we can increase that amount with the boots and with the passive. I don't know where Ambessa is. Oh, she's bot. Damn, she died so fast. I'm just gonna chunk this guy a little bit. Did he just immediately use his ultimate? He did. We just did the auto attack reset trade there just to chunk him a little. Did I get myself killed, maybe? And now I'm alive. For now. Oh my god. Kale to save me, maybe. Unless I still die to him, because he can still bonk me on the head. Dang it, dude. It's because, like, he has so much armor, so the amount of healing that I have just isn't really the best. I was able to jump on top of the Smolder and get a huge amount of health back, but obviously it's pretty challenging to still survive when there's, like, other people there and we're still not really spiked yet, because the spike point of having, like, Endless done is huge. If Endless is done, when I get a takedown, I would have had more Omnivamp, Not only that, but I would have had more CDR so I can get my abilities back up. I would have had more tenacity, so when I do get hit by the Ornn, I could probably like get auto attacks off faster and stuff. So all those factors would have probably kept me alive. But oh well, I saw Milio and I felt like he was pretty caught out, and I thought that it would be the best way to play it. Playing versus Smolder is so challenging still, because like his kit is so ridiculous for like being a hyper carry from far away. Okay, well Singe gets to survive. We have Kale still split pushing, which is very good. Shyvana's never with us here, so that's why I'm not going in harder. But I'm pretty down to honestly, like, try to look for a pick again if we can. Because it would be so worth it if possible. It would be so nice to kill someone right now. I wonder if we should just start this. Because I feel like they just based. Because they probably don't... No! I messed up my Berserk! Oh, nice. Yeah, we should be able to get this because Kale is winning side lane. Isn't she supposed to be winning side lane? That's what Kale's function is usually. But they sent a bunch of members down to kill her. Which means that nobody's going to be available to, like, stop this Baron then. Oh, I can't even use my R as well? Really? Huh. I mean, Shyvana still has her ultimate. My character can't, like, swap Berserk. It's so awkward. But I'm pretty sure that person dies anyways, so it's whatever. I can't really get over there to help out with this. I think we just base. We have our Endless Hunger done. So our OMNIVAMP is going to be crazy. We almost have the Legend Bloodline. Oh, never mind. It is done. So we have 7% bonus lifesteal, but also we get 85 HP. I mean, the 85 HP isn't that much, but at least it still kind of works for our passive. Still the 73% of increased healing when we get low. And yeah. About 25% OMNIVAMP and lifesteal. Again, that's only when I'm, like, healthy, though. When I'm not healthy, that increases by a lot. And then Black Cleaver probably should be next because they have a lot of people building armor, and I need to make it where I can still hit frontline and deal damage to them. I won't take this guy's blue buff because I feel like it's not necessary for me to have it. I knew I was going to miss Cannon. I used my Titanic for some reason and messed it up. They're trying to catch Kale on side lane right now, but they can't very easily. I will be against this Ornn, which is difficult for me to punish, but I can still just do maybe short trades over and over again, I guess. Because I have the bleed stacks on him, I can't do too much here, but we have the cannon. That's a Baron cannon, and it can shoot from really far away, and it's difficult for him to kill it. So I can just, like, chill back and wait, honestly. Everybody's down here. I mean, I'm not going to be looking for a dive. That would be kind of ridiculous. I think Shyvana might just get one-tapped. I don't think that this is something I can help out with. Like, as soon as Ornn was able to land his stuff, it's just over. I didn't know if I wanted to burn my flash. If Smolder is behind them, we can't win. But I was down to fight for a moment. I was like thinking about if I could turn it around or not. But I wasn't too confident that with the Smolder being there, I would be able to do enough. So that's why I wasn't committing. Because I do feel like he was behind them the entire time. The only way that we win is, well, if I was to try to 1v3, would be getting on top of Smolder and, like, bursting him and almost killing him instantly. That's, like, the only method that we have to turn that around. I was also think that I could still, like, run away, but I guess Ambessa is just too ridiculous of a character to run away from. Because I didn't expect that she can just, like, chase down through her passive, because it costs a lot of energy, and she doesn't have anything to even auto-attack to, like, run away, or refund her energy, because she has energy refund through auto-attacking after using an ability. So I thought that she wouldn't be able to catch. That's okay, though. We probably were going to lose the dragon regardless, because Shyvana was dead for the dragon, too. I accidentally tapped my E. I'll use my ultimate here. If it lands, then that's great, but I'm pretty sure it won't because it looks like my team already won, sadly. So my ultimate has no possible way of getting to them, which means that we should just continue probably trying to take this turret, if anything. Because if Singe wants to stay versus us down bot side, that's still, like, going to benefit the team because the team is winning on their side. So still pressuring on another side still can get stuff done. Singe can rotate over and try to help out, but then I'm going to be left alone down here and I can probably hit the turret a little bit more. I'm just going to scream him away. I can't do more because he did rotate back down, but because he did rotate down, then he didn't group up with his team, which means that they can, like, start doing more objectives like that, where now we even got the mid turret, which is great. We'll still go the Black Cleaver, because, I mean, we probably still desperately need to have the armor pen. Even Ambessa has a lot. Oh yeah, going Death Dance also would be another ridiculously good item. That's probably what I would want more than going a Black Cleaver in this case if they didn't have so much armor, but because they have a lot, then that's why I'm still going this. But Death Dance would be my last item, because Death Stance is absurdly good for, I mean, if I don't go bot lane, I'm not going to be pressuring at all. Really. I mean, I think that we just go for the inhib, guys. They might try to collapse on us, but we should probably just trade, if anything. Ezreal can take it way faster than I can. I think that Shyvana is going to get collapsed on. I feel like she should be careful. Because I don't think that they're actually basing, are they? My ultimate hit Ornn, nice. Damn, I'm just going to ignite that guy because he just won't die. Dude, I cannot get near him even if I use my W here because of the Rylai's. I don't think that I ever would have caught back up. Still don't have Black Cleaver for a little bit. I mean, my team is plenty strong. It's just that Smolder has to die. Still, he just needs to get caught. I feel like with Milio, he should be able to keep him alive, though. Which sucks. Oh man, I almost have my item. In fact, I kind of have it now if I sell my Doran's Blade, so I guess I should just go do that. Our Kale does have TB to come in. The dragon is coming up, and I feel like my team does want to contest it because it's Air Dragon. I'll try to get there ASAP, I guess. Dude, my sustain at the end there was so good. If I was literally just a tiny bit stronger, but their team comp is so ridiculous for front to back, because there's no way Ezreal could ever be stronger than Smolder for, like, his use. Like, you could see that all Smolder's doing is just mashing his Q, and Ezreal's landing his Q onto Smolder, and it doesn't even matter. Because, I mean, the Smolder damage is just spiking hard. So as long as Smolder is alive, there's no way to do anything. If Smolder wasn't here, I'd be able to do so much. Or, like, more pressured by, like, another carry. But it's kind of difficult. Obviously. Wait, Singed can't do the dragon. He messed up. Is there any way that we can actually contest, though? Because I have to rotate all the way over, and it's going to take forever. I feel like it's just going to get me killed. You think that I should go in? Bro. If I die, the game's over, by the way. Like, after I die, they'll just run it down mid, and it's done. There's no way that that would be the most optimal strategy there. We have to figure out a method of getting Smolder. That's about it. It's really the only thing. Oh, I can't even get near him. Okay, well, at least you killed one. It's also because he's so fast because they have Air Dragon Soul. Oh, nice, he died. Yo, wait. Did I do enough? I mean, me landing my ultimate onto Smolder was pretty ridiculous. It was pretty lucky we ever got that. The reason why we even wanted to initiate is because multiple people were catching side waves. So people were pretty late to the fight, the enemy team, which gave us an opportunity to, like, kind of win. Dude, no way. That guy's gonna live? Dude, Ezreal damage is so low. Kale has absolutely no sustain. She's dead. I mean, at least they killed him for 1-for-1 and he burned his flash because they're desperate to make it so they don't lose the game here. That's always good, I guess. Oh, let's just pot up. I feel like that's maybe for the best. Iron Elixir probably helps out my team more than the physical vamp one, because the Iron Elixir also helps giving a field that they can, like, or a trail behind me that my teammates can step on to get movement speed. So if I ever go in alone, it could be, like, really good for them to catch back up. I don't think that they can end. Can I beat Ambess in a 1v1? I wanted to ulti her here, but I thought that she would go a different direction, but she didn't go the way that I thought, which is sad. Did she just do this? No? Oh, dang. I probably should have just shot it and just seen if it stuck. Would have been worthwhile. Do we want to contest this? No, I got on top of Smolder and I did the combo, but it wasn't enough. But Kale did kill some. Again, like, it's almost only Smolder damage that's, like, actually killing me here. Like, you can see how quickly he bursts with just, like, 2 Qs. It's the hardest part of ever surviving. I stopped my Berserk because it's more, in my opinion, important to just get on top of him to damage him in any way possible. He's just gonna continue trying to stop him in hopes of maybe giving Shyvana some time to continue shoving. That's what he's doing right now. He's just trying to stall. Not bad, though. That was still a pretty good fight. Are you okay? Damn, she's gonna die. That death kinda sucks. Damn, look all the waves, too. I mean, we probably can't contest the, Baron, right? With Shyvana being dead. So we should probably just go shove or take camps or something in the meantime. Try to get to our last item. I took their blue buff from them. Smolder's kind of in a weird spot. Singe is so fast, bro. That landed on Smolder. He died. Holy crap, that's huge. I'm not gonna be able to survive when I am also getting hit by the Grievous from Singed. But I think that was probably enough to be able to win the game. Right? Oh, actually it wasn't? Oh, dang. I thought it would be good enough. I guess not. I mean, Smolder did use all of his sums at least, right? So, that's kind of nice. Nice poke, nice poke. Don't chase. Wait. Wait, where are you going? Yo, help! Kale? Kill them? Oh my gosh, that is real prediction. Nice. Alright, well, we just need to probably immediately fight. We have 40 seconds. Even though the waves on side waves are, like, screwed, the most important thing is just winning on this shove. We have 30 seconds left with Elder. Wait, Kale's not here. I'm just gonna scream them away, just so we can just hit the Nexus. Nice. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the Briar commentary. Sadly, I couldn't showcase, like, the crazy sustained, where I could probably have, like, team fights where I just barely get to survive. But, I I do have a game that was recorded as though I was, Okay, yeah, 70k healing, by the way, done. That is absolutely nuts. Anyways, what I was trying to say is that, we do have another game where we, just kind of have more showcase of the healing. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, I do talk about, like, how to play Briar in the beginning, though. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Otherwise, peace out. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Briar mid lane versus a Galio. The matchup is going to be one that is pretty straightforward. He's a melee character. I do feel like the early game is slightly favored for him, but Briar needs to usually get to level 3 before she can even do anything in the first place. We have no health regen. Every auto attack and ability causes a bleed, and we get health back from that, and if stuff dies with the bleeds, it also heals us. We have a Berserk mechanic, which causes us to become unstoppable, or not unstoppable, to not be able to control our character anymore. And that's why we go for E, which is used for damage reduction and healing yourself when you get low. Briar's passive also, besides the bleed, is that we have increased healing as we get low. And as we know, with the new boots, there's OMNIVAMP boots, and there's the secondary effect that the OMNIVAMP boots will give you increased healing when you get low. But that's only for mid laners because it's tier 3 boots, right? Which is the mid lane quest. So you have to play Briar mid to get these boots. But increase the amount of healing and sustain you get by 15% is kind of okay, in my opinion. I'm just going to quickly just do a trade onto him and then scream the entire wave away, because if I put the bleed onto everything, that's a little bit of healing for ourselves. And I want this wave to probably crash here. Whenever we use our abilities like this, remember that you don't really have too much leeway to, like, fight people, because after you use it, if I ever berserk towards him, Briar will automatically target the closest enemy champion, and then you can change it with your Q, because your Q is a stun. You just kind of hop on top of their head. The way that this guy is playing is weird. I want to jump on him really badly, but I feel like he's, like, asking me to jump on him, and I'm wondering if, like, maybe Nefari's here. So I'm not going to do that, actually. Let's an auto attack you once and just see what happens. Nothing? I'm going to bite early on, because otherwise he's probably going to be able to run away too fast to, like, get the bite off. The second part of your Berserk with your W is that when you, use it again, you will bite somebody and deal % missing HP. So when they get very low, it does more. So I could try to maybe dive him here, because if I get the dive off and kill him underneath turret, it'd be really good, because he would miss an entire wave. But it's really up to if I think I can even do that in the first place. I'm just gonna scream because I'm trying to get him away from the minions, because who knows if maybe I can, Does he die with me? Nice. I got first blood. We got that guy's flash, and I didn't burn flash. He decided to commit very hard for me, but this, in my opinion, is completely fine. We're just going to build this Tunneler as our first item. We're going to go for Titanic Hydra, but the build is going to be oriented towards healing. This whole thing that I just kind of... It's pretty generic runes. We have, like, Conquer, which also gives healing. We have Revitalize for healing. But we also have Legend Bloodline, which is usually not taken, so we don't have much ability haste. I'm going something that doesn't give me ability haste either, so be aware that using your abilities is going to be much more infrequent and making trading patterns kind of more awkward, but the trade-off is going to be a ridiculous amount of healing later on, even through when people buy anti-heal, because people will have anti-heal this game, obviously. But yeah, she's, like, super straightforward with how you fight people. I mean, we'll just, like, do a little trade onto this guy. That's all I can really do. And then we'll just do a short scream. If you charge the scream, that's when you push people away. Otherwise, it won't work. We have a lot of sustain with our W. If you ever use your Q onto enemy minions, you will change target from enemy champions, if they're close by, to now I will hit anything that's within proximity of being nearby. So the way to push out waves or heal yourself off of minions to bite them is to use Q on the wave at the same time, and then you'll start targeting them. Or you can use it later. It doesn't have to be at the same time. You can just use it whenever, as long as you're in range. So that is a method of doing that if you ever want to do that. I honestly am maybe going to get ganked here, but I'm wondering if they can actually beat me. Because I'm kind of strong as heck. Like, I don't think that I should use my Scream there, but this is still, like, super good. He should die here, even though I might die with him. Yeah, we don't even die with him, too. That's how, like, crazy it is for your sustain. We also have, like, Triumph, and Triumph heals you for percent missing. And remember that as I get lower, I actually heal for more. So I'm going to wait for this minion to be kind of low. This person's coming mid lane. I don't know if I can survive that. Wow, I'm surprised that I had to flash there, but I don't know if there was a way for me to flash away because of how much damage she does too, though, because as you saw, she kind of killed me really quick. That's okay, though. We're getting closer to Titanic. Why Titanic is so good, firstly, Briar's passive has that increased healing when you're low, and there's a percent value that is HP scaling, so when you build HP, it goes higher. And then the other thing is that your Q and your W are kind of like auto attack resets. So you can do like W auto attack, Q auto attack, and then like W auto attack with the bite. The first initial cast of the W doesn't really matter, but yeah, you just kind of do a lot, right? I'm just gonna bite him a little early on. We see that they are coming mid lane hard. I pop my potion. I don't know if it will be good enough, but this guy will just die here. But I am unfortunately berserked and I don't have anything available to, like, run, but that's okay. You can see that I'm completely fine. And, what's annoying about facing characters like Neferi is that can I, get her without her using her W? See how she used W there to, like, run away? But this is okay because we shoved her away. Briar gets really strong really fast, when you start getting items. And if you ever are curious, if you use, like, your W and there's nothing nearby, this is the range of the Berserk mechanic. You won't Berserk unless there's somebody to hit. I bit him there. We'll just do a full Scream to heal myself again. As you can see, he can't really deal with us. But I might get ganked by Vayne, because it looks like she's coming mid or something. So I guess I'll just back away a little bit. I still want to be in range of the EXP, at least, at the bare minimum. So that's what I'm going to be doing for now. We'll just stand back here. I'm just going to Scream to heal myself behind the wall, but I also didn't want him to see me do it, just in case he now could know. Your ultimate's a global ultimate, infinite range, and if it lands, you have infinite Berserk on whoever you hit, or you can Scream to cancel it. And it's a better Berserk mechanic. It will give you, like, armor and magic resist and lifesteal, because otherwise you actually don't have lifesteal in your kit besides your items or runes or whatever you take. I'm not going to fully shove this because it would be really nice to have this come towards us, so he has to step up, because the longer lane means the longer chase. Of course, we can have a better opportunity to chase him down in this area. And they have a kind of annoying team comp because of some of the champions. If you're berserking on an enemy champion, like in the jungle, let's say, and it's only them, if they have anything to become untargetable or disappear, you can't get them then. We Screamed him into the wall. That actually does a pretty significant amount of damage when you do that. It hits for like 300 magic damage. No, my E... Think of my E almost like Irelia W in a way. We might get ganked, because, like, I feel like he's posturing forward again. And we have Nidalee doing the dragon, so it'd probably be a pretty bad time to fight him right now. But, for instance, Neferi has W that makes her untargetable. That just removes my Berserk entirely, unless it's the infinite one from your ultimate. If you also are Berserking and somebody has a stealth mechanic like Vayne, it also stops the Berserk, so you can't second cast it. Pretty decent damage onto him again. I mean, just do a little bit of poke over and over again just to get him a little bit chunked. And then we'll just bite this to heal ourselves, because we could even look for a dive, potentially. I don't have my W up, sadly, so I can't really do too much, but I could maybe dive this guy mid lane. Maybe. Let's see if it works. I'm just gonna ignite him early on. I unfortunately don't think that there is a way for me to survive that, but we did get to kill him, and I get the play for myself. And now we have Titanic early on, which is going to be so strong for doing short trades. Because now we'll do W towards him, Q to probably like gap close, because if you can be on top of them, you could use Q as an auto attack reset, but in a lot of cases, we're probably going to be using it to get near them. It also reduces their armor and magic resist by a little bit. And then do like auto attack into Titanic, into W again, and we can like get really quick auto attacks off that are still going to be dealing a lot despite him building so much armor, because Galio can build full tank. So yeah, your W doesn't reveal stealth or anything like that. Your ultimate does. So be aware that if you ever want to kill somebody, you can sometimes use your ultimate, like on Vayne, and that will solve that issue, right? But you see how, like, they're trying to fight us, but we just have so much regen already. Because nobody's in the area, I'm just gonna sustain myself from this minion wave real fast, just to make it more, annoying for them if they want to stick around, because I'm so healthy. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that is very challenging for me to ever do anything versus, because they had a really good Seraphine counter gank. I mean, I landed my Q, I landed all of my abilities. I don't think that there is any way for me to probably solve that fight, but that's okay. We did kind of commit for a reason, because I thought that maybe with Rel coming here that it would be okay. Clearly didn't work out. We have our boots now, though, and it is the empowered version now, which is going to be very nice. Crowd control is an issue. Thankfully, the build that we're going will be able to deal with that eventually. I wanted to go more healing. For instance, Sundered Sky is pretty nice. But the reason that this is going to be so good is because we have crazy OmniVamp now, but also the increased healing, shielding, and regen below half is going to be very powerful. And then it's synergized with Sundered Sky, which gives you percent missing whenever you hit a new target, which can really go nuts with increasing that value. But because they're building a lot of armor on this Galio, I think that it might be worthwhile going for potentially a Black Cleaver immediately, because, I mean, otherwise it might be a little bit annoying to deal with. So, we'll just continue chunking him out. I mean, as you can see, we still have complete control of the lane. There's literally nothing he can really do to ever fight us, unless somebody else comes in. And now we have Wave Clear too with the Titanic, even though you do have AoE from your thing too. I'm just going to auto-attack this one time, just to get the plate for myself. Since your ultimate is global, you can sometimes use it to catch people. Nice! You kept them close. That's sick. This person should just die here. The Infinite Berserk has no possibility of her ever surviving. Dude, I want to kill that guy so bad, but I didn't know if I wanted to flash W underneath the turret. Lux can just go mid lane for now. I'm just going to take this plate and then we'll just leave. I don't think that I want to base just yet, because maybe I can do a little bit more. Galio should see that I'm coming back mid lane, which means he'll just back away for now. My team wants to do the dragon, which should be pretty easy to do, I think. I'm on the way, just in case. I'm just gonna, like, deal some damage. I need to leave afterwards, though, because they'd have people here. I just ignited her just to deal a little bit more. I doubt that they would continue going, but that's just my, I had kind of used Ignite as, like, a... I'd hope you guys back away, because I was scared. I was just trying to stall them, because I feel like with my sustain, I can kind of do that a little bit. We'll walk away and not hit the turret, because he'll taunt me underneath it and keep me stuck there for a little bit, and I don't want to get hit like that. A little bit of damage onto Galio. It's not going to deal the craziest amount, but still, not that bad. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, dude. I'm gonna wait for my E, because if I don't have my E available, there's no way that I think that I can do anything. No! It missed? That person dies, though, and we still have my next ability. I'm going to use my Scream here. That knocked both of them into the wall, which is pretty nice. But I don't think that I can catch Seraphine, because unfortunately I'm just, like, not able to really get my Berserk back up fast enough. But you can see that, like, I still have way too much sustain is the thing. If Nefiri comes for me, I can actually sustain myself pretty well here, so I doubt that she would. I'm just gonna jump over the wall. I'm totally down to fight. See, it removes Berserk, but I still might be able to live with the healing. Nah, but I don't have any abilities left, huh? I almost killed her. She had to flash away just to survive. I thought about it. Yeah, but if you ever dodge people's abilities, like I dodged that person's ability there, then you can sometimes almost outplay them. I might get ulti by Galio here, but again, I'm just so tanky, right? Oh, nice sidestep. I'm probably just screwed here. I can't move. I'm CC'd the entire time. How come it said that I was like immune to crowd control for a second? Did I land my ultimate on somebody and I didn't even realize? From across the map, potentially? We kind of went really ham when I didn't have much for my gold spent recently, but you can already see how difficult it is to deal with how when we have Conqueror stacked and we were starting to get like lower cooldowns of our abilities, eventually with leveling it up, and then we'll have CDR, we'll just have our abilities up all the time. Also, I'm kind of down to go the Sundered Sky instead, because honestly, I don't even think that I need the Black Cleaver. It seems that Galio is not really that big of a deal to deal with. Now, the next thing is, now that we have a little bit of CDR, that's going to feel good. We're going to be going something that's going to help out with having tenacity. You can't kite forever, so we'll just kill her because it's very straightforward. And Endless Hunger gives you 20 tenacity. It gives you Omnivamp and ability haste based off of how much AD you have, which is of course gonna be very nice because we have a little bit of AD considering we have some items, right? So that will solve that issue. I got another plate for myself. I'll just let this wave completely crash and maybe come back towards me. The dragon is coming up very soon. It would be, I guess, kind of nice to just have this call fields, because having 10 CDR is honestly quite a bit more for me only having 10. So we're just going to have that. And then we'll sell our potion because it's probably not as valuable as just having another longsword now. And I want to fight this. If I ever land my R, we get 45 armor and 45 magic resist. We get 15% lifesteal. So then we'll have like 20%. We have 13 Omnivamp and 7, so we have 20 right now. Can we just do the objective? So... Like, does Rel want to initiate first? If I land my ultimate onto Vayne, it's so good. I would probably just have to scream here and just survive, because I'm just getting CC'd the entire time, but I don't even know if I can. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I literally lived. What? I mean, I'm so screwed now, because I can't even get a single hit onto them, because they just kite the crap out of me, and there's no big threats besides me right now. But sometimes that just will happen. The healing that I had onto Gallia was insane, even though I didn't even have much to work with. The biggest problem, in my opinion, with the enemy team comp is the Vayne. That's literally it. If Vayne ever dies, I can kill the rest, because I don't think Ashe can kite forever, and her stealth mechanic is too ridiculous. I was hoping that me landing it to give myself the true sight would be enough, because I think that is, like, very powerful, but oh well. I mean, there's only so much I can do versus that type of team comp, and we also know that quite a few of them are fed and also playing, like, more difficult champions to play, too. Like, Nidalee isn't the easiest to pull off, and Lux isn't either, inside of these fights, kind of, because Vayne is just difficult to ever catch. Nice attempt, though. It's worth a shot. We still need 600 gold for our item. If I land my ultimate onto Vayne when she's alone, it probably will kill her, but that's kind of dependent on how confident I am that I can land it in the first place, because it makes a noise when you use it and the enemy can hear it. Vayne does not have blue trinket, just checking. We see that Nefiri's topside. We should be able to beat her. Good luck trying to kite this. Okay. She probably can escape. The Berserk mechanic doesn't stop, ever. I'm surprised that she doesn't think that I wasn't going to continue chasing her. Like, of course I'm never going to stop. There's no reason to. Because we know where everybody is. Everybody's topside. Since everybody died, it's probably important for me to get to the Baron if possible. Actually, it looks like maybe they won't even do it. No, they'll try. It's worth my life to stop this. It is. Okay. Did we stop it? Nefiri died, and she was worth a big shutdown, so Lux just got a bunch of money for herself, and it was, in fact, stopped. The reason why I'm just walking in and not using my W is because I realized you can sometimes have them try to blow CDs and use your E at the same time, so you're taking damage reduction, and then you use all of your stuff to combo at the end to get the massive burst off to sustain yourself back up. Because if you do it immediately to go in, you might have to use your E at the end, but then you can't finish anybody, because you have to stop, because otherwise you'll die. So that's the reason for playing it the way that I did. Now, we're still not going to go any armor pen. Still don't think it's necessary just yet. And we're instead just going to go Death Dance, because that will give me so much survivability, because damage taken... okay, this might get me killed, but we'll see. Yeah, you're so screwed now. Ha! Oh, that's so goofy, dude. You can jump over this wall. Yep, that's why you can play this Briar build like this. You heal for so much. It doesn't even matter if they have anti-heal. Because, I mean, it almost makes up for it. Right now, I mean, I'll hover it so we can see we have 73% increased healing when you're low. Increase healing by 73%, but that's not the only thing that's increasing my healing. We also have this, right? Which is also increasing my healing by 15% when I'm low. And then we have this, which is when a champion that I damage dies, also I get 15 OMNIVAMP for so many seconds, right? So all these factors going into each other is crazy. It's so strong. It makes me, like, invincible. Kind of. If we get this, we also increase our healing more because the Chemtech Dragon is the one that gives you increased healing and shielding. And if we get the Soul, then, I mean, that will be even more insane, but it's dependent on if we can get that. You see, I don't know how easily I can just, like, initiate for the team, because I don't want to get myself killed by just getting focus fired right at the beginning, because that would kind of suck, right? Lux is also, like, not in position whatsoever. I mean, there's no way that my ultimate lands, sadly, but oh well. I'm just gonna try to burst this guy a little bit, and then we'll just, like, hit whoever's nearby, really. I stunned him when he tried to use his ultimate there, which countered it. Vladimir is still just killing their backline. But he might die. I'm still very strong, though. I didn't really die or anything. They got the dragon. Bummer. Is there anybody else to catch? I probably can't catch Nefiri. Maybe take this, though, from her, just because, why not? I have nothing better to do. Yeah, I got super low for a moment, but thankfully the team was able to pull through. I'm sad that we didn't get the dragon, though, because that could have been really beneficial for the team for a soul win con. After I finish this, we have our Death Stance, though. And because we have Death Stance, then, the next team fight will be able to definitely last way longer. Probably the last item could just be a, either Overlord's Bloodmail to increase my AD by a percentage as I get low, which could be very powerful. Otherwise, more tenacity plus a shield could be pretty good too, because they really do have a lot of healing and shielding. We'll just go Longsword and see what we want. Because Bloodthirster obviously would be goofy, but I think that is probably not the most viable thing in this type of game versus what they have. If they didn't have so many characters that can counter my ultimate, I'd be maybe down to do that, but since they have so many that do, I just don't think I should. My ultimate gives me 68 armor and magic resist when I land it. Missing all the cannons. You want me to go Serpent's Fang? Do they really have that much healing and shielding? We probably want control of the Baron more than the Dragon. Because I don't think that I can really fight bot side very easily here. Oh. I'm just going to ulti and just see if it lands. I'm just going to throw it. Dang it, dude. It didn't land on anybody. We're just going to poke this guy a little bit. That's all I can really do, though. No? I don't think that this fight's an easy one for me to... Oh, never mind. The Vayne is almost dead. Then maybe we can actually go in. No, I can't. Because there's no way for anybody to DPS the Ashe is the problem. Like, if Vlad can't get in, then there's nothing really he can do. But the Vayne was super low. That's why I even wanted to maybe commit. Because if Vayne is almost dead because Vlad was able to get her, then that's, like, really substantial. Thankfully, our death isn't going to be so impactful that it's going to change the game too much because there's no big neutral objectives for them to take in the first place, which is fine. But yeah, we don't really have a good way to, like, ever stay on top of that Ashe, which is why I feel like having that tenacity could be huge, since having Tunneler in this will give me so much more. Plus, when I get very low and they think that I'm about to die, I might get a shield which will save my life to allow me to sustain myself, really. Gosh, Vayne is such an annoying character to face with ours. Like, actually, she is impossible to go against. So that death was bad. I hit Vayne, though. Yeah, see, that again, but she did use her flash, which is the most important thing, right? Because she didn't have flash down bot, did she? All they do is just try to do that. Also, this was a desperation play. The reason for doing this is because my teammates were already dead, and the Vayne got caught, and if we can catch her, we could maybe stop them from doing the objectives, but because Nidalee and Vlad were dead previously, the death timers were meaning that we were probably going to lose the objectives regardless, and the only attempt that we have to maybe turn it around is right there, because otherwise we're just screwed, right? So that's just the reason why we had to do it, because it's a try where we already were going to lose stuff, and I only could maybe get a net positive. But sadly, I mean, they just peel Vayne and they just win the game because, I mean, our team comp is just so trash. Really, I mean, we just needed probably an actual bruiser top laner that isn't just a pure hyper carry, and then also bot lane with Lux. I don't really know how we're supposed to play with that either. Because I can initiate for the team. I don't feel like there's any follow-up. Having a tanky character would probably be easier to play around, even though I'm the tanky character for our team. Just having more of them. Nidalee is also such a challenging character to play as. Like, will they just Galio ultimate the Vayne if I try to go for her? Or no? Ooh, the Ashe arrow. Yeah, my teammate died so quick. They can always initiate like that. We probably have to sacrifice a lot here. I think that we just sacrifice this too. I don't think that there's a way for us to defend it. If they try to go for the base, we have to fight. But if they don't, and they try to go for more inhibs, then we can maybe do something. Because it looks like they're a little bit scared to hit, which is good. That's what we want. We want them to be nervous. I want to go in bad, but I know that just one single mistake can instantly lose us the game if we don't wait for Vladimir here. The only chance that we have is needing him. Whoa, they just used Seraphine ult. There's no way for anybody to deal any damage to them whatsoever? Really? Gosh, that's crazy. Dude, you're still able to wave clear kinda though, huh? Yeah, it's impossible. Well, anyways, if I just had, like, an actual team comp to play around, maybe we could have done something, but sadly, there's just no possible way with what we had, but that's okay. Hopefully, next game, we can showcase if we have teammates to play around to figure out a better method of being able to win, because this character is ridiculous. I just can't carry when we don't have characters that are easy to play, and they're not really doing the most. So anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Briar mid into a Malzahar. Malzahar is a lane that probably he wants to just farm out. I don't know if he actually can do that very easily to me, but we'll find out, I suppose. I just screamed that guy into the wall, dude. That did some crazy amount of damage to her. Oh my goodness. I guess that my teammate's just dead though. Oh my gosh, never mind. Looks like Zed might be the one that dies. I can't catch him, actually. Maybe I could have, like, continued chasing, but I'm gonna miss so much farm mid. I already missed, like, 3 melee minions worth. Anyways, Briar is a character that you lose control. You use your E first, because if you use Berserk, you will just get dragged underneath the turret, so you don't really have a good way to play it. The early game is probably the easiest part, or, like, the most boring part, because you just kind of don't do anything until like level 3, because once you're level 3 you can finally be able to have all of your abilities, where your W is the Berserk effect that makes you lose control, but you get crazy movement speed and crazy attack speed, and then your Q is a stun that's like super effective. This guy's just dead, so I'm just gonna kill him. Because somebody warded his red buff. I don't really know who did that, but that's gonna really, really suck for him. Because he's gonna get set so far behind. I'm down to tank, honestly, Malzahar's abilities here, because I'm just not really scared of him. He is not really a character that, during the early game, he can really do too much to us. I'm just gonna be going for the minions here in front of his face. And then we'll scream these into the wall so they get hit against it, because when you full charge the scream, it gives you damage reduction when you're charging it, and then it will push everybody away. Otherwise, you can just tap it as well. Oh, wait. No, I'm fine. Dude. No, actually, I'm fine still. Because I still have my scream. And I screamed him into the wall, too. Dang. This is going so well for us. Just one more auto attack kills him, but I don't know if I can get there in time, so I'll probably die, but it's worth a shot. Anyways, so we're going to be going for these Gluttonous Greaves first. I did get that guy's flash. We can't run, which is why the Berserk mechanic is one that can sometimes be kind of goofy like that, but it's okay. The scaling on this build is going to be insane. We have Conquer, and we also went Legend Bloodline. We have Revitalize for even more healing. Briar's passive is 2 things. Your auto attacks and also abilities apply bleed that gives you healing, because Briar's abilities cost HP, but she has a lot of healing through her E, and the bleed causes you to heal because you don't have any health regen in your kit. And then the second passive is that you have increased healing based off of how low you get, so we can increase the healing as we get chunked. And then going Legend Bloodline for the Lifesteal is going to be crazy later on, because we're going to be building Titanic first for the auto attack reset. We don't have any CDR with this build, which is the biggest struggle. Sometimes people will walk into the ability there, so I sometimes just full charge it. But she's such a simple trading pattern. All you do... I'll also tank his ability because it's worth it. Because I don't want him to shove, and I know that this ruins the shove for him. I want to reach level 5 before going in. I know that I won't be able to get that much damage off, but I'll just do enough. He did stop to use his ability onto me, so he did get screamed into the wall, which did significant damage, so now he's super low. And if he sticks around, I can probably just dive him, because diving with my life is worth it. Preventing him from getting this wave is always good, and he has no flash, remember, he used it. No! Okay, good. Nice. Sick. Even if Echo gets the wave, I still have the wave crashing, as you can see. and these melee minions are going to get hit. So despite this death, this is so good for us specifically, because we're going to get so strong later on when we actually have higher HP to make this stronger, because this scales with HP. And then your W, which causes you to berserk, the second part is that it does percent missing when you bite something, and you heal for the percentage of damage that it does. Which means that you want to usually save it until you can do it later, but it's also dependent on if you can even get it off, because it's a melee hit. If they can escape from you, then obviously that's going to create issues. So sometimes I might use it early on because I think that they can run away, or I don't want to go very deep. Because you don't want to always be, like, saving it for the last possible moment of the berserk. It's just not going to work then, always. But not bad for the early game. It's going pretty well. I mean, his little voidlings don't really deal any damage to the minions except for when, he has his little thing on it, his damage over time effect, so I'm just kind of chilling. I don't really have a good way of, like, triggering his, shield, but we're up double farm right now. And then we're, of course, getting the tier 3 boots, because imagine how crazy it is going to be. What it does is that it increases your healing and health regen by 15% when you're below half with the OMNIVAMP boots for mid lane specifically, because you need to have the tier 3 boots to have that effect. And that's going to feel really good. Now, the dangerous part about this matchup is that he could just ulti me. And if he ultis me, that's like a huge problem for survivability and stuff. But we can always use our W to heal ourselves up if he's not trying to pressure, and he's not right now. We'll just kill his voidlings, I guess. We'll do a little bit of healing for ourselves. I'll just scream just to, like, get the minions off of me and do a tiny heal for myself. I'll eventually be probably wanting to go for him, but again, I might get myself killed potentially if I make a mistake. Darn, dude, that sucked that it missed. Nice. Getting his flash is gigantic. So despite my ultimate miss, the goal was Alistar was mid and he was looking to help me. And I don't want to waste his time, because if he just gets to sit around and not do anything, that's pretty bad. So I just decided to jump in and just get his shield, because if we could get anything from it, even just a, like, summoner, that's definitely really good for us. We have Elise coming mid right now. And I don't know if I can even step up to, like, farm, which is... Oh, okay, we see her backing away. Never mind, we're okay. I really want this minion. I knew I was gonna miss it because I get so greedy for it, but oh well. Not the end of the world. I'll just bite that minion, and for some reason it didn't give me the CS, plus it didn't heal me, which doesn't make any sense because there's nothing in the area, but okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I hit him, so at least he can't move. I don't even know if I need to use Ignite here. I'm pretty sure he's just dead. That's why the Alistar coming mid was like, I wanted to help him, because I know that if we just have another gank happen, it's just way too challenging for them to ever have an opportunity to survive. So really nice gank by Alistar, and now our lead is extending. What we're going to be going is that there's a lot of items for bruisers that feel really good for OMNIVAMP. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. You can use your W to hop. No. Oh, I kind of yoinked that, but... I mean, as soon as I use my W, I can't really stop it, I guess. I'm just gonna see if I can find Smolder. How your Berserk mechanic works is that when you activate it, everybody within this area, you see how there's like a ring? If anyone shows up, if anyone at all shows up, right, or is within the ring, even if you can't see them, Briar will immediately Berserk on them and go for them. So that's why it was so easy to do that fight there. I'll just tank it because I just want him to not be able to shove. Oh god. I maybe could get myself killed if I, like, overextend there. I just gotta go. I thought that I could maybe get in Q range, and a shield came back up the moment that I went in, so I almost got myself killed. But overall, I mean, look how fed we are. We have so much money, I have to go spend it. I'm just gonna wait for this to shove in, and then we'll just leave after. So Berserk will just go for closest. If there's an enemy champion nearby, then she'll automatically start running towards them. If you use your Q onto minions, she'll change from targeting champions to just whatever is closest to her, so you can see us right in front of their face if you really want to. Now that we have this, we need to go some type of ability haste, and there's also more items like this, which gives us health based off of percent missing. So imagine how crazy it's going to be with these boots that increase that amount by 15%, and then Briar's passive as well. Your Q and your W kind of feel like and act as an auto attack reset. So when you use your W, you can do W auto attack, Q auto attack, Titanic auto attack, and then use your W as well. And it goes really quick, and you can burst people with it, which makes Titanic so absurdly strong for our character. I decided to just gank top because honestly that guy is so low, and it's so easy to just do the Titanic trigger after the stun and do quick burst with our character. I do have my ultimate available here if something bad happens bot side. It's just dependent on how aggressive these guys play, the enemy team that is. I'll just ulti like here. I hope it lands. It's like a global ultimate, but sometimes it just will miss because there's just not a good angle for it. But despite that, this is still seeming okay because it feels like they're like giga overextended here. Mal's is just dead. There's no way you can escape because, I mean, it's just too strong. I unfortunately can't prevent myself from berserking onto these minions, but the enemy team is kind of just screwed already. I mean, I feel like we kind of have already done a little bit too much because that one little kill onto Echo kind of ruined his game. I was hoping to have a longer game where I could, like, show you how crazy this character gets when she gets, like, 3 items. Because at 3 items, we'll have this plus... Oh, I unberserked myself. Okay. Might have gotten myself killed, maybe? But that's my own fault for doing something like that. Because I should have just never berserked to try to heal myself from the minions, and it's whatever. I don't really care. The thing is that we're just gonna win. Because I feel like our team comp is already just way too absurdly easy to play compared to their team comp. And, despite having a shutdown onto Malzahar and giving that to him, I don't think that he'll be able to handle side lane opportunities. Your ultimate is a global ultimate, and if you land onto somebody, you'll berserk on them indefinitely rather than a timer, and also it's just a better berserk. Well, you'll get more movement speed, you get armor and magic resist based off your AD, and you get lifesteal, and then it just lasts like indefinitely. But you can always cancel it with your E if you really want to. If you ever land onto somebody and they are like far away from stuff, usually you'll just kill them. So, for instance, this could be okay. We'll see. Now, so she just dies. Elise is here, but... Sadly, he also has flash. Maybe if I was able to save my combo for the very end and not use my W immediately, I could have, like, sustained even more. But they have to commit so many resources to kill me, dude. It is so challenging to kill Briar because of the amount of sustain that you have and eventually lower cooldown. The thing is that on 3 items, that's when we'll have the endless hunger, and that gives us ability haste and tenacity. Omnivamp, AD, but the ability haste based off of AD is the biggest thing. That's huge. That will literally allow us to do so much more because we'll finally have so much lifesteal and all of those other effects that there's no way that they're going to be able to deal with me having an opportunity to use stuff way more frequently. Because a lot of times you have to wait for your CDs to, like, fight people again. Just use my W to see if he was there, but he wasn't. My ultimate is now level 2, so it's just a stronger effect again for, like, the movement speed and lifesteal that we get, which is even more absurd, obviously. Zed is kind of a difficult character to go against because his ultimate can completely negate my W entirely. So it's a huge problem for us to deal with that. I can't really go in until my E is back up, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for, but... Dude, I'd have so much sustain. I kind of want to just see what happens. Hilda's probably die to my next W. Wow, I actually went too deep and maybe got myself killed here, but that's my own fault because Elise is there, and that's a mechanic issue because the bleed lasts too long. I didn't realize it was going to last on Zed to the point that when I go back through, the minions are there to save me, but sadly, because I went 1 tick, because it lasts 5 seconds, I mean, I don't play Briar every single day. That's the type of thing that sometimes you might die because of, like, a small mistake. That was my issue. Otherwise, everything would have been fine. There's no way Elise can ever kill me there because I just walk away and we're chilling. But yeah, we can easily kill him. Even if he, like, outplays us, technically, because he was able to leave pretty easily, right? Doesn't matter. We would just kill him in the future if I ever land my ability correctly. And then we should be able to leave as well. I'm just going to use my W to get up here, but catching him is difficult. I have to go around this way. Oh, you're just going to go face first? Bro, you went way too early. Okay, but it might be that you're still okay, though, so it's fine. So, we're going for the Endless now. Don't be fooled by what I'm buying. It's just that I know that it builds out of a longsword, so that's why I have that. Because it's right there. Yeah, they FF. I already kind of knew that they would FF. There's no way for them to come back. So yeah, that's Briar with the healing build. We unfortunately were not able to make it last very long, but I'm down to do more games of it just to showcase it even more. So stay tuned for game 2 if you want to see more of, like, how Briar can be absolutely absurd in the mid lane, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, bye.